Hi everybody, this is Pastor Bonnie. We're working on part 2 of our acrylic painting birch trees, and I'm just going to get some white paint. The last one, when I did this, it kind of didn't show the trees as well, so I'm hoping that that'll make a difference so you guys can see it. But if you want to see the beginning of it, part 1 shows how we did the background, and then we used modeling paste with a little bit of white and black to make gray. And now all I'm going to do now is I'm going to put white down the side just to make it look three-dimensional. So all I'm doing is just taking the white and bringing it down the left side. And you do want to do the left side of all the trees because the sun will shine on this side. And it makes them look three-dimensional. So this part's the fun part. These are all like the little details of it. And as always, I really enjoy working with you guys. If this is the first time you've seen any of my videos, I'd like to do fun, simple, easy videos that everybody can do and enjoy and relax. And so that's what we're going to do today. And I did part 1 about an hour ago. Trying not to get my head in the way so you guys can see it. So like I said, I'm just doing the white side. And I'm going to hold it up so you can take a look. So you can see. And I have a new studio. I'm so excited. I had my daughter and my grandkids living with us, and she actually went through a divorce, and I don't think she'll mind me telling you, but we all really prayed and believed that the divorce wouldn't happen, but it did. But the cool part is the Lord is still in the miracle working business, because after the divorce went through, her ex-husband, they were only divorced for a couple months, just really started missing the kids and seeing that it was a mistake. And he's a believer. You know, you guys, sometimes the enemy attacks us even as believers and can deceive us about things, and that's what happened to him. He got really depressed, and he was going to school and just got overwhelmed, and he thought it would be the easy way out. And then what he found out was it wasn't a lot of fun being single and alone. He totally missed his children and his wife and the life he had, and he just really never thought that God would give it back, but he did. And they are back together as a family, and this was the coolest part. So while there was one day so what happened was they were considering getting back together, and she wasn't sure, and I said, why don't you just date each other? They were apart for 7 months. I said, why don't you just date each other and see if you guys even like each other? And we were praying. He has godly parents too. I'm actually trying to do this so you can see it. So they were praying too, and there was this one day when he came and picked them up for church, and they have 2 kids. The oldest little boy is 4, and the youngest little girl will be 2 in November. And I watched him get into the car. See that? You guys, it does not pay to be left-handed and try to do this, because I always get it on my hand. Anyway, so let's see if I can do it where you can see it. So anyways, this one particular day, he came and got them, and as I watched them get into the car, you know how the Lord speaks to your heart on the inside? Well, and I don't mean like I don't hear audible voices, and most of us don't, but the Lord does speak to us in ways that we can understand on the inside. And so as I was watching them get into the car, I heard the Lord say, Claire Isabel, miracles don't always look like you think they're going to. And miracles can sometimes be bumpy, but they are miracles nonetheless. And that's exactly what I experienced. You know, my thought was, I thought the miracle was going to be that they wouldn't get divorced at all. That's what I thought. But God had other plans, and they're very happy together now, and they're going back to church together. She always did, but he quit going for a while. I think he was embarrassed because he knew what he did wasn't right. And you know, the part too, like as parents, we never stopped walking in love toward him. We didn't condone behavior, but we were never rude to him or hateful or angry. And you know, thank the Lord, because I honestly never thought that I would see the day when they got back together. And because of how we handled it when they did reunite, it kept the relationship open. So just want to really encourage you guys to don't give up on believing in your miracle. And it might not look like you think it's going to, but it's still a beautiful miracle just the same, just like what we experienced. And so I hope that will encourage somebody today. And I always tell you guys, I'm an ordained minister. You can email me at angelcare6@yahoo.com. That's angel, ANGEL, care, CARE, number 6@yahoo.com. I get prayer requests from all over the world, and I'm always happy to pray anytime for you guys. So it looks like we've got this part done, and I'm just holding it up, and I'm hoping this one came out better than the other one. But the next part, we're gonna put the black in, some more details, and then we're gonna be working on the leaves, which is the funnest part of all. But you can see how this was gray, and then we put the white, and it's starting to make it look like it's three-dimensional. So we'll be back after a little bit and work on the next part. I love you guys. Now we're just gonna work on the black part. In this part, I just have, just so you can see, a little bit of black on my paper plate, and this is kind of the fun part. So Birches always have these really cool black parts on them. I think I might, instead of using a paintbrush, I might just use this little guy. I'm gonna try this little plastic one. Yeah, that's what we want. And these, I'll hold this up so you can see it, but you can see there's a lot of texture because I used that modeling paste, and you see, and I just really like it. So that's what we're doing. And then this video is going to be really short because all I'm doing is just this part, and then the next part we're going to put all the background of the leaves, and that's actually the most fun part of all. And so this video will be really short, but it'll be fun to show you guys. It's just peaceful. Usually I put music on, but sometimes I just really enjoy the silence. Painting is just relaxing, and I gotta say, guys, I'm really not the best or the most professional, but the techniques, I did take 4 years of art all through high school, so I did learn quite a bit of it, and a lot of it has just come by trying out different things and seeing what works and doesn't work. So I don't profess to be any sort of a expert, but I sure know how to have fun. And isn't that the whole point, right? So I like to do these with my grandkids, and I've had painting parties at my house. I actually get asked to do these a lot at churches. And so one time, the last time I did it, they put me up on the stage. There was like 40 people. So they put me on the stage and they kind of did like an overhead projector kind of thing so that everybody could see it. And it was worked out really great. And I do small groups. Sometimes I'll have a small group. I mostly do it with women, but I'll have small groups of women come over to my house. I've done it with my kids and grandkids, like I said. Just so much fun. So we are getting there. We're starting to look like Birches. And like I told you guys, every time you add a little more detail, it just brings out the beauty of it. Layer upon layer. Now I do want to I'm going to use a really fine tip brush. Just get some, oops, you know what? I've got paint all over it because it rolled through the white paint. Wow, there we go. It just adds a little more. That's what I want. Just a little bit. I'm hoping, like I said, this one, my other one, was a little bit distracting because the camera angle was, you only saw the top. So hopefully this one will be better. And I'm going to put a little more white. That's, as I said, the fun part. I'm never sure myself how these are going to come out. I'm going to try I'm going to try a fan brush. There, that's what I'm talking about. So what's so fun? I didn't really like the first part, but now I do, because I found something that works better, and that's the fun part. Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. It's a little tiny. So I am getting ready to spoil my hubby. I got some filet mignon. We never eat steak, and I don't cook it very well, so I had to Google it, how to do it. But we're having filet mignon, and we're having mashed potatoes and gravy and corn on the cob. Doesn't that sound good, you guys? So since it's just the two of us, we're getting used to it. We have 4 kids and 7 grandkids. So it's the first time. We've been married almost 43 years. So it's the first time that we've been by ourselves. So we are having fun being empty nesters and getting used to it. Still have the kids around. And you see, guys, how it dragged in the paint a little bit, but that's what I want because now it's starting to make it look more realistic. And we just need a little more on this one. And if there's any mistakes that I don't like this right up here, I'm going to fix that with leaves anyway. So we are almost there. We'll make like a knot in the tree. And I think I'll put one more over here. So So we're gonna have a good supper, and I've enjoyed spending this time with you. I think I'm gonna quit before I keep adding stuff to it and then I don't like it. That's usually what happens. And then I'm gonna have a nice meal. I hope you do too. And I always say prayers for whoever's gonna be led to these channels, that you'll be blessed and encouraged. So this is gonna be palette knife Birches part 2. And I will get this uploaded, and then tomorrow we're going to do the fun part. But let me put it up here so you can see it. It's pretty cool. It's coming along. Love you guys. Be blessed.